Here we can see I've got the GCentral website repository pulled up on GitHub. The first thing we're going to do is create a fork of this repository. So I'm going to create it to my Negentropic LabVIEW group. And now we've got our own copy of the repository on GitHub. So like some open source projects, we've got a couple of branches already. Master is the version that is currently deployed to gcentral.org. And then we do all of our integration work on the develop branch. So when you are first getting a copy and want to see what the currently developed version is being tested, you can look at the development branch. So to get our own copy to work on, we'll click the code button, we'll copy this clone URL, and now I'm using TortoiseGit, so I do everything in File Explorer, but if you're using Git, Kraken, or SourceTree, you would just clone this repository like you normally would in those applications. But I've got my development and all my web stuff grouped together, so we'll be cloning into this folder. I am going to rename it to GCentral. The local folder name doesn't matter with Git repositories. So now if we open this folder, we can see these are the folders from the master branch. And these are in fact written with LabVIEW Web Services and NXG's Web UIs, which we are not using for the new version of the website. So what we're going to do is we're going to check out the development branch. So I do that by going to switch checkout. In TortoiseGit, I'm going to select the develop branch and we'll hit OK. So now we're on the develop branch, and if we go inside, we can see the LV folder. This is where we are developing the API wrapper for use in LabVIEW. And then we've got the web folder, which is where all of the website code goes. And of main interest is going to be this setup dev batch file. This one script will go ahead and download everything you need to do local testing of the website. It'll get the Apache web server, PHP, MySQL database all set up and ready to go, and it will also preload some data for the website and a default user that you can log in as. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a command prompt just so things stick around, and I can point out a few more things once it is ready. So the easy way to get a command prompt for the browser you're currently in is you can just click in this address bar in the File Explorer window and type CMD. Now we've got our command prompt already in that folder. And now to get my development environment all set up, all I have to do is type setup-dev, and we're gonna sit here and wait for about 15 minutes. So at this point, everything is done. We get a nice little banner here letting us know that setup has completed and tells us that we can now run the server by running the serve batch file. It also lets us know that our default login email and password that are already set up in the database are going to be test@gcentral.org with a password of 123456. So as it showed at the end of that setup script, the only thing we need to do to get our local web server running to test changes we're making is to run serve. So we allow access to the Apache web server, and we can see it's actually already opened up the website for us. It is running here. So that's it. We look forward to the contributions you can help out with this website. If you're looking for anything to do on the GCentral website projects list, we do have storyboards, which are our Kanban boards of what tasks we currently have slated to get done. There's also the issues list that you can take a look at, or if you have any suggestions or things you find, you can absolutely create new issues for us to look at.